Hey guys, Jeffrey's here, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In the first episode, we had a really good test flight of this test craft here. We noted down a few things that we could do with a stack decoupler under the control module, which would go about here. We haven't researched that yet, as you can see. If I go to utility or structural, I think it actually comes under structural, I think, but there's nothing there. We have what's this? An antenna. We're not really going to use that, are we? So, not at this stage anyway. So, we could do with a stack decoupler. We could do with a bit more fuel as well to keep the rocket going. But most importantly, we need some R&D. So, I'm going to venture into the Research and Development Center, which is just here. I'm guessing this is us presently. Yep, that's all the stuff we've got. So the parachute and the engine and things like that. This is the first package that I need. So it's got more fuel tanks. In fact, that is all it's got, is fuel tanks. What is that? Is that RCS? Monopropellant? Possibly. And this is a stack decoupler, which is what we needed. So, I'm going to... not enough science. How do I get science? Okay, we've hit a bit of a brick wall at the moment. That's a very interesting question. How do I get science? If anyone can tell me, feel free, because right now I am stumped. Oops. Clicked the wrong blooming button. Right. What's this? It requires something. Let me try something else. So there's our rocket. Let's put more fuel on it. Like, a lot more fuel. I'm thinking double it up. Like that. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can see what's going on. I'd say like that. We'll keep this as the same name. Let's just test this out and see what's going on. I need to try and work out how to get more science. Because, as you saw, we need more science. Right, so the engine is still ready to go. We'll fire it up to... Is that 2/3 throttle? I think it is. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. Right, we've got a lot more fuel now, which is better. We've got double the amount of fuel that we had before. It might affect the performance of the rocket a little bit. It might make it a bit more shaky. Hopefully that's not too much of a problem. Just need to lift up the nose a bit more. So as long as we keep within this yellow circle, we should achieve orbit. Of course, the yellow circle moves, so the idea is to stay inside it. Like that. I'm trying to keep it as close to the center of the circle as I can. It looks a bit like we're dropping. In fact, we are dropping. Have I got the right circle? I don't think I have, you know. Ooh, I've probably gone the long way around here. I think it's this one you need, actually. We're losing a lot of height in me faffing around with this. Where's the... Oh, God, this is not going well. Ignore this, guys. Ignore this. Everything's fine. It's all going to plan. We're not about to crash and burn and die. And kill poor Jebediah, who has done nothing wrong. Let's pull the nose up. Where's the other circle gone? I think we should have headed just straight up. We're rapidly running out of fuel. This is not a good test flight. This is not a good test flight at all. Yeah, this is really not going well. We're now pointing towards the ground. I'm just going to deploy the parachute. Oh, that's really not gone well. We're going to crash. We're going to blow up. Oh dear. Okay. That hasn't gone well. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's also see if we've got Jebediah alive still, because I really hope we haven't just killed. Oh no. Oh no, we just killed Jebediah. Oh god, okay. Let's hire Filden as his replacement. Oh, I feel really bad now. We've just killed Jebediah Kermin. Oh god. Right. Oh god. I'm gonna go and do a quick search for how to get science points in Kerbal. There we go. Someone else has already searched for the same thing as me. I cannot believe we've just killed Jebediah. I need to collect science. Right. And how do I do that? By conducting missions and collecting science. So basically I need to get in orbit. Oh, right. Oh, I feel really bad. I killed Jebediah. Oh man, I feel sick. Poor Jeb. What did he ever do wrong? You know, this morning he said bye to his wife, he drove into work, hopped in a rocket, and then bang. He's not going back home. Oh, poor we'll have to hold a ceremony for him at some point. Right. We have now got a Communitron. We've got nothing to power it with. So I don't actually know where the power for it's going to come from. We're also going to attach some solid rocket boosters. Going to have one there. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. If I go back into there and do... We'll have... No, we'll have 3 actually. I think 4's a bit excessive. Have them like that, and they're going to all fire at the same time as the main engine. Right. Let's try and do it without killing the astronaut this time. I'm going to have a look about how to achieve orbit again as well. What's the time in this episode? 8 minutes. We'll have one more test flight, I think, and then we'll get back to it. Ah, now see, I've just found something about getting samples. So we could, yeah, I think we can land somewhere and collect some samples. So let's try and aim for the ground, but with the parachute and not a ball of flame. So I'm going to fire these thrusters up, and we're going to launch straight up in the air. So 3, 2, 1, go. And you know, we're accelerating quite rapidly at the moment. Just going to make sure that we're continuing to point straight up. What happens if these overheat? I don't know. I don't think I want to find out either. Alright, so we're straight up in the air. Straight up in the air. We're going to keep going straight up in the air. That's the solid fuel gone, and now we've still got the liquid fuel to use up. And we could be going up for a long time at this rate. Our velocity is currently decreasing. That might be more to the fact that we've got excessive weight with the solid rocket boosters that aren't being used. Apart from that, I think we're actually accelerating. Yeah, we're accelerating again. So yeah, we've just got to keep this going now until we run out of fuel, and then we'll deploy the parachute and hope to God, or whatever his equivalent is in this game, that we make it safely. And then we'll start taking some samples with Bill, send them back to base, which reminds me I should probably switch on the Communitron, wherever that's gone. Where's the Communitron? Where is it? I can see it, it's there. Transmit data. There we go. So we've made contact with base. Need to keep the nose pointing straight up. So actually, at the moment, we're not too far away from orbit. Like, starting to do a gravity turn. And you can see the rocket wants to start turning. I think that's the effects of gravity taking over. But we're not doing that. We are landing back on the surface. So, are we over water or land at the moment? Looks like we're over land. You can see from the way the music's changing that we're starting to reach the atmosphere. Struggling to hold on to this now, actually. It's starting to turn quite a lot. There we go. We've run out of fuel. We're currently still rising. And we're actually... we're very close to orbit. I need to check if we're actually going to end up coming back down. We are. And we're going to land somewhere on land around there-ish by the looks of it. Our apoapsis is currently... did that say 170,000? Blimey. 170,000 metres, which is orbit and a bit. We are miles up in the air. This is probably the highest I've ever got on a single thrust before, and maybe if I'd known that, we could have achieved a proper orbit. As it happens, we're currently dropping back into the atmosphere, or we will be, once we reach the pinnacle. Yeah, apoapsis. Right, let's transmit some more data. Crew report. Should we have a look at that? Let's transmit that. I think we've just got 5 science. There we go. Plus 5 science added. So that's the science we needed. But before we abandon this mission, we are going to safely bring Bill back to ground. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully the parachute is enough for this. I'm not going to open the parachute until we've re-entered the atmosphere, I think, so it doesn't burn up, because I think that's something else new that they brought in. 170,000 was our apoapsis. We're currently 165,000, so we're doing well in terms of that. We're starting to peak, and before long we'll be rocketing back down to the ground at God knows what speed. And then I think once we're at the ground, we'll take some more samples, or you know, we'll get Bill out of the capsule and let him have a little walk around. So yeah, this is much different to what I thought it was, but actually is pretty good. We can recover craft as well after they've landed safely on the planet, so that's also good. Right, we are starting to re-enter the atmosphere. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're nowhere near re-entering the atmosphere. We have reached our apoapsis. We've peaked. We are pointing back towards the planet. Can I still turn this? Or is it completely despondent now? Oh no, it's still letting me turn. Right, so I'm going to point it straight up. That's not gone well. We're in a spin. That isn't what I wanted to do at all. Obviously, there being no atmosphere, any movement is amplified by the fact that there's no atmosphere and there's no brakes. And there's little to no way of stopping this once it gets going. I don't even know which way I'm going now and how to stop it. That's of no use whatsoever. Pressing T. I might just let it spin out. Once we've deployed the parachute, that should keep us upright. Poor Bill. He must be getting really dizzy in there right now. Is it worth trying to do some more crew report? We'll see if it lets us. Yeah, got 0.8 science added. We've run out of electric charge, which is a bit of a shame, but hey ho. Is there a way to retract the... Yeah, stop transmitting. And yep, it goes back in. Good. Right, still trying to find a way to do this. Trying to stabilise the craft. Nothing I do seems to be working. Pressing T just brings up the spinning icon, so that's not working either. I guess we just wait till we go through the atmosphere and hope then that the atmosphere itself brings us back into stability mode. Otherwise we could be in trouble. Let's just have another quick... Maybe this one won't... We might not be able to get Bill out of his capsule on this mission, but once we've done the research we can unlock the stack decoupler and a few more fuel tanks, and maybe then we could launch him across the surface of the planet and take some samples then. That sounds like a better plan. I assume Bill will survive this landing. If he doesn't, that's 2 Kerbins we've killed in the space of about 10 minutes. Do I do a dedication video to Jebediah, or do we just inform the family and move on? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. Right. We're coming in at quite a speed now. 1400 meters per second, which is incredibly fast. So I think I'll deploy the parachute now. And hope it doesn't snap off. I've just realised how wrong this rocket looks from certain angles. It almost looks Austin Powers like. Alright, we're coming in really, really fast. The parachute seems to be doing its job though. We've really slowed down, even though we are still coming in quick. I mean, 200 meters per second, you think about that. That's Usain Bolt runs the 200 meters in 19 seconds, I think he did it in. And we're doing 200 of those every second, so we can run 19 times his distance. That's an idea of how fast we were travelling just then. We've brought it down to 100 meters per second. We're still coming in fast. The parachute should deploy any second now. Any second now. There we go. And that's brought us right down to a manageable 14 meters per second. And providing we come in on flat land, this rocket should land nice and straight. And I think we will get Bill out of his capsule, just so that if in case the rocket tips over, it doesn't blow up and kill him as well as Jebediah. We are hoping that we land on that point there. Whether that happens or not, who knows? If luck should have it, then yes. I think we got away with that. We'll bring Bill out. Let go. Oof, that looked painful, but I think he survived. Yep, he survived. There he is. Right, take surface sample. Yep, looks like dirt. Well, we'll transmit that data. Oh, he can't. He can plant the flag, though. For science. There he is. EVA report. What are we going to call the site name? Jeffries Test 1. We came... Oops. We flew. We didn't die. There we go. Again, I can't transmit data because I haven't got any comms. So, I think now, little Jebediah, except he's not Jebediah, he's Bill, I think we'll leave him there. We'll go back to the Space Center, and then we'll find a way to bring him back in. I think we can do that from the tracking station. Yep, there he is. Let's recover Bill. We've got all the science as well. We'll recover the vessel, and we'll recover the original craft which Jebediah crashed. We've got 25 science now, which is really good. I'm happy with that, because that now means we can do some research, and a lot of research by the looks of it. But we'll leave that till the next episode, because we've gone double the length of a normal episode here, guys. So, it's time for the end of video spiel. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the little button below. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you for your continued support. And until next time, guys, I will see you soon.